I've got an email here from someone wanting to know about this and about setting boundaries. Okay, you need to be able to set boundaries. And so if you're in a situation where you've got someone in your life who's maybe a toxic person, okay, this video is going to apply to you. If you guys are just joining me for the first time, I'm John from BulldogMindset.com. On this channel, I teach you how to be a man. I teach you how to build financial independence, how to get the physique that you want, how to get the girls you want, and how to go from the victim mindset to the bulldog mindset. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure that you click the card up here that says take the Bulldog quiz, because you want to take the Bulldog quiz. You want to know what your Bulldog score is from 0 to 100. I'll give you a score, just 10 questions, and you can find out if you're a pansy or a bulldog. So, all right, let's jump into this question here. He says, I'm writing to you regarding an ongoing situation in my life. My sister has dealt with depression since 7 years. Okay, she is now 29 and has been twice in a clinic. Overall, she blames my parents, which I can't agree with at all, but that's another topic. All right, yeah. So one thing I'll just say about that is that there's actually another really good book I'll recommend. It's called The Courage to Be Disliked. We'll put the link in the cards here. It's by it's about this Japanese psychology, and one of the things in that book, and it's a common thing in many books and just in general in life, is that no one, your history, your past is not responsible for you, right? You are responsible for you, okay? And I just want to say about this whole thing is that you can't really blame people, okay? You are always responsible for your own emotionals. Okay, no one makes you angry. No one makes you sad. No one makes you anything. You interpret a situation and decide to feel the way that you feel. Okay, no one can harm you lest you allow them to. Marcus Aurelius said that, very, very famous quote, and it's very true. All right, so with that said, he says, she is constantly unhappy with her life and her bad energy is really drowning my energy level. While she is saying I am the most important person in her life and everyone needs a support system where he or she can rely on once in a while, I need to set a boundary in order to save my own energy level. It's a repetitive pattern, and I support her emotionally since years with in other shapes and forms, same topics. I gave her a lot of lectures from Stoic philosophy, okay, to neuroscience in order to help her. All she does is play the victim card and blaming our parents for her own unhappiness and choices in life. Do you have a rule for how much support is enough and how to set a boundary in a situation like this? We were seeing each other for the last half year every week for a couple of hours, which was definitely too much. She just moved to another country where surprisingly, she is in an unhappy state again and already reached out to me with her baggage. I already disagreed with her request to talk every week on the phone as I'm in my final year of university and just started my first own business, which both need my whole energy level. As always, thank you for your time, Marcus. Okay, so a couple things here. First, we're gonna look up the 10th law of power. I have this little what is this infographic that has the 48 laws of power. It's from thepowermoves.com. You can see the link up here. What is this? We'll zoom, or I can't really zoom in on it, but it's /WP content /uploads 48 laws of power list overview infographic. Okay. Anyway, you can look that up. I'm sure you're smart enough to figure out what it is from the clues there. Let's see. They're not numbered. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That wouldn't be it. Okay. I can guess which one this is though. I believe this is the one about toxic people. So actually let's just look it up. 48 laws of power, law 10. This is, okay. Law 10, infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. You can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are as infectious as diseases. You may feel you're helping the drowning man, but you're only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will also draw it on you. Okay. It's very true. It may seem like a very pessimistic and skeptic viewpoint in life, but it's very true. Okay. There's some people in life, right? Law 10 is very important. There are some people in life that are just toxic and they're just misfortunate. Just bad shit happens to them. Okay. They get in a car accident one week, the next week, their dog dies, and then they're being sued, and then they just lost their job and whatever. You just avoid those people. Okay. You see, the thing is, like, it always appears that they're just a victim of misfortune, but somehow they're like a lightning rod attracting this shit to themselves. And the reason why is because it's what the energy they're putting off into the universe. And more specifically, on a more scientific viewpoint, they're just fucking up and they're hiding a lot of the bullshit from you. Like people that are just unlucky all the time, there's a reason why they're unlucky. Okay. And regardless, even if there's not a reason why they're unlucky, you should just avoid them anyway, because they're like a fucking lightning rod and they will attract the lightning to you. So if you don't want to get hit by lightning, don't hang around those kind of people. Now, with that said, let's talk about Marcus and his sister here. Okay. So first of all, here's the thing about relationships with people in general. All right. This is your sister. Okay. Now I get it. Some people say blood is thicker than water. I disagree. I don't care if someone is a family member. That doesn't mean jack shit to me. Being genetically related to me means absolute nothing. Nothing to me. It means nothing at all. Okay. Because the thing is that just being genetically related to someone does not excuse them from being in a relationship with you that is mutually beneficial if they're going to be in a relationship with you. Now, granted, you're not going to just cut off your family. You're not just going to never talk to your family again if they're not, positive influences on your life. But at the same time, you don't need to keep people around. Okay, just because they're family. You don't need to interact with people and on a regular basis just because they're family. It means jack shit. Okay, you don't owe anyone anything in life. No one owes you anything. The only exception to this is taking care of your children, because that is your responsibility to financially care for your children and their well-being. Okay, that's different. Okay, you've made that choice. But you don't owe your parents shit. Okay. You don't owe your siblings shit. You don't owe anyone shit. No one owns you. Your life is yours. It doesn't matter if they're related to you. Okay. Now, I know this seems harsh, but I need to tell you guys this, because so many of you guys, you are living your life for your parents, for your sibling, for all these things. And it's all right. So with that basis in place, now let's talk about, in general, the first boundary that you need to set. Okay. The first boundary is this. It's real simple. It's really, really clear. It should be this. It should be, don't have people in your life. Don't associate with people on a regular basis that provide you no value. Okay. Now, in this instance, okay, that Marcus is dealing with, his sister provides him no value, at least nothing that he's indicated here. She's only an emotional drain on him and bad energy. Okay. So if you don't want this in your life, then don't have her in your life, basically. Right now, again, don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying completely cut her out of your life and never talk to her again. I'm just saying demote her to acquaintance status, not to friend talk on a regular basis status. Okay. You see her for Thanksgiving, maybe once a month, you maybe talk to her on the phone or text her and just see how she's doing. You don't get into any issues with her. You don't get into discussions with her. You don't talk about deep things. You just keep it at that level. Now, why? Okay. Why? She's my sister. Why should I act like this? Because she's not providing you any value, right? She's not providing a support system for you. You're just providing a support system for her. That's not good. There's no benefit for you in that. That's not a relationship. It's a one-sided thing. You're just being a martyr. You're just serving her for no purpose at all. She hasn't done anything to earn any kind of thing from you. Now, again, it doesn't mean that you can't support your sister or that you can't help her out with her problems. But if she's constantly, not appreciative of it, and she's having an expectation of you that you need to support her, and she constantly has negative energy and you don't like being around her and you don't like talking to her, don't do it, right? And this is kind of just a cardinal rule in life. And, I wish more of you guys would subscribe to this rule, which is this, is if you don't feel like doing something, don't do it. Okay. Now, don't misconstrue this. This doesn't mean if you don't feel like going to the gym, don't go to the gym. What it means is that in regards to other people, never do something out of compulsion or obligation. Only do it because you want to do it. All right. Your life will be a lot better if you do that, and people will appreciate you a lot more. Okay. In this case, Marcus, if you don't feel like talking to your sister, don't. I know that seems harsh, but don't. Okay, now what may happen if you decide to stop talking to your sister because you don't feel like it is that at some point you might say, I kind of miss her. I kind of miss talking to her, and I would like to talk to her. I would like to hear some of the things and maybe help her. See, then your heart is in a different place, and then when you do that, it will be received better, and she won't be violating your boundary because you'll actually have the desire to do it. You want to do it. See, a lot of the reasons why a lot of you guys aren't getting results with people when you are talking to them, you're trying to help people and turn their life around, is because you don't actually want to be there and they don't actually want you to help them. And so in that kind of situation, nothing is going to change. All right. So what you need to do is draw that first boundary of deciding of not doing things that you don't want to do, okay, in regard to other people. All right. Now, what should you do, specifically in this situation with your sister, with her, her bad energy and drowning your energy level? You said, she's saying you're the most important person in her life, right? Everyone needs a support system, blah, 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 all this stuff. Okay. All of this stuff, right? All of this stuff is guilt trip city. Okay. She's saying that, you're the most important person in her life. And everyone needs a support system. Okay. Those again, you shouldn't be doing things out of obligation just because someone is trying to guilt you, right? That doesn't matter if that's true or not. Someone saying that to you is trying to manipulate you because they're trying to play on your emotional heartstrings, right? They're trying to make you feel like you need to do this because you're a bad person if you don't do this, right? Like you're my only support system. You're the only person, you're the most important person in my life. If I say that to you, it means that I don't care about you. Okay. Again, it's the opposite of love. All right. If you love someone, you try to make them feel good. You don't make them feel bad. You try to say, like, let's imagine, a scenario where she does care about you. Like, let's say that I've got a problem. Okay. And and I would like your help for my problem. Okay. I don't try and guilt you. I don't try to say, oh gosh, yeah, I did all this for you, and it's so important. You're so important to me, and if you don't do this, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to live anymore. All this stuff, right? Trying to guilt you. Instead, I say, you know what? I don't want you to feel like you need to do anything. I don't want to put you out. I don't want you to feel obligated to do anything. I don't unload my burdens onto you and make you feel guilty about them. I minimize them because I don't want you to feel bad. Okay. That's now again, it doesn't mean that you can't offer support to someone. It just means that you need to recognize this when someone is coming at you from a manipulative type of viewpoint, regardless if they mean to. Again, at a surface level, conscious level, she probably doesn't realize that she's manipulating you, but she is. She's manipulating you. She's playing on your emotions, and that's not good. So you can't allow that to continue. Now, here's what you can do. Okay, I'm not saying to cut her out of your life. Instead, what I am saying is this. So you need to set some clear boundaries, just like you asked. So here's what you can do. The next time that you get on the phone with her, okay, you need to make it really clear what your boundaries are. So what is it? Okay. You said that she's got this bad energy. She's negative, right? She's emotionally draining to you, all this. What you can say is, you could say, sis, listen, I'd be happy to talk to you. Okay. It's not going to be on a weekly basis because I don't want to talk to you on a weekly basis. Don't say I'm too busy with my studies and all this or make excuses. No. You don't want to talk to her on a weekly basis. So be fucking honest, be a man, stand up and be like, I don't want to talk to you on a weekly basis. It's not what I want to do. I don't feel like it. That's why. Okay. Not because I'm too busy with my studies. None of that bullshit. Just like, I don't want to. Okay. That's good enough. Then tell her, I would talk to you on a monthly basis or bi-week, whatever you actually want to do. Or maybe if you really don't want to talk to her at all, then be like, I don't really want to talk on the phone with you. I just don't. Like, you want to send me an email, text, or every once in a while, I'll call you when I feel like talking to you. I know, again, that seems harsh, but it's better than living a fucking lie than being duplicitous where you're doing something out of obligation, because it's not real. You don't get any credit for things you do out of obligation. You only get credit for things that you do out of the kindness of your heart because you want to do them. Okay. So that's the first boundary that you set. Okay. Is the frequency. The next boundary that you set is you say, look, sis, here's the thing. I'm okay with talking to you. I want to help you. I really do. I understand your situation, your problems, and all that, and I feel for you. But here's the deal. I am trying to keep my life on a positive note. Okay, I'm doing things to improve myself, and I am studying to become a better person, and I try to keep a positive energy around me. So I'm happy to talk to you, but if you're going to talk to me, I can't have you bringing all this negative energy on me. Okay. You can't be just dumping all your problems on me, and you can't be blaming, saying bad things about our parents and all that. I don't want to hear it, and I don't want to listen to it. I love you. I want to help you, but I don't want to hear all those things because it brings me down and it puts me in a bad state. And that's my boundary, and that's it. Okay. Those are the two boundaries that you need to set. So basically set the frequency of the conversation and the guidelines for the conversation, the boundaries of what you want to talk about and what you'll allow. Okay. Don't allow her to just dump stuff on you. Again, now don't take this and go out there in your life and say, all right, anyone who ever says anything negative, I'm not talking to you. And, I'm just see you later. I only accept you to talk to me in this way about these things. It's not like that. Okay. It's like setting boundaries specifically for situations. Okay. And it doesn't mean that you're never going to get into a conversation and that you're not going to share some real shit, and that you're not going to have a support system where you unload a little bit of emotional baggage, as you will, on someone and they do on you. That's a support system. That's two people sharing, right? But not burdening the other person. Okay. Because it's a mutual beneficial relationship, right? It's like, have you ever had a friend? Okay. This is a good one for you to understand. Again, the thing that mixes this whole thing up is because it's family, right? If this wasn't Marcus's sister, you guys would interpret this. You wouldn't say John's an asshole for saying all this stuff. You'd be like, who the fuck is this friend that just dumps shit on Marcus? He needs to get rid of this friend. Okay. So the family thing complicates, but I want you to think about, have you ever had a friend? Okay. A quote friend who's not really a friend. Okay. What do? They text you, they call you when they need something. Okay. And when they text you or call you, what do they want? They want to dump on you. Okay. All the shit that's happening in their life. They want you to solve their problems. Okay. And they don't want to fucking listen to you anyway. Okay. All right. I've had friends like that. Okay. I don't have friends like that anymore. Someone who acts like that in my life, they're not in my life. Okay. I'll tell you why. Is because I'm not getting any benefit from them. Okay. And again, it's not like you just do things because you get a benefit, but a real friend, right? Have you ever had a really good friend? A friend that you can share things with, and that you talk about the things that are troubling you in life, not dumping it on them. You listen to them, they listen to you. You share, right? It's mutual. Okay. You text each other or you talk to each other because you just want to hang out, because you just want to have fun together, and you like being around them, not because you have some problem that you need them to deal with, or you need to dump your emotional baggage on them. That's a true friendship. Okay. Those are people that you want to have in your life. And though in that kind of situation, yeah, it's fine to go back and forth, to express some things that you're having trouble with, to not always be in a positive, uplifted mood, and to have some amount of negativity, because that's what it's like to be in a true friendship. But someone in that kind of a trust relationship, it's a mutual thing, right? In this case, this person is like a vampire, sucking the energy and the life out of you and the positivity out of you, right? And here's the quick test for this. I know this video is kind of going on long. By the way, guys, if you want to join a group of positive people that are trying to improve their lives, click the link down below, $7 for the first month. You can join the Bulldog Mindset membership. We've got over 900 men in there learning to be better versions of themselves, financially building businesses, physically getting in shape, losing weight, and in the dating market, learning how to be a man that is able to attract women and to be a good man in a relationship, a man of principles. So click the link down below, $7. All right, now here's the last thing I want to talk about. Okay, this is the test. Okay, this is how you know whether a relationship is a good relationship or a bad relationship in general. Okay, this is, for listening this long for the video, you get some bonus content, all right? This is it. It applies to all relationships. When you interact with a person, do you feel better or worse? Okay? Again, I'll give you the test one more time. It's real simple. When you interact with a person, after you're done interacting with them, do you feel better or worse? If you have a person in your life that consistently, when you interact with them, you feel worse, cut them out of your fucking life. That's it.